Cancer parents of, no. Parents of Cancer children. There we go. This is your tarot treat for the weeks of April 24th through the 30th and May 1st through the 7th. I'm running a Mercury retrograde special. If you would like to have a reading for your children or for yourself, you can DM me on Instagram, and I'll put that information in the description. Message me, or yes, DM me with one question, and then you get 7 cards. It's $10 for 15 minutes. And whatever your question is, we'll just clarify and have some fun. Let's get into it because there's a lot. There's so much that takes place energetically for me, but even just with the messages of the cards. Okay, I'm excited for you guys. So for your Cancer child, what they have coming up, I'm sorry, because I'm like, that does not feel like the proper energy. For the week of the 24th through the 30th, they have the Tower in the upright. So something is changing. I'm not going to say that it's like, it's whatever the change is, it is very necessary. It's going to spark just something like a change in course of action. So the way that it's coming to me, it doesn't feel negative or bad. It's like for their growth. And in the week of the 1st through the 7th, they have the Queen of Cups. I mean, this is kind of like their energy. So some kind of opportunity is going to present itself to kind of jolt them, in a sense, into a new dynamic direction. And the week of the 1st through the 7th, there's just a sense of gratitude. It's joy. It's overabundance. It's being in tune with their emotions. You may find that them being very overly nurturing. So like, I can't even say, maybe they got surprised with being like first in their class, or I don't even know, but it feels like a good, happy surprise. Whatever it is, it's transformative. It feels really beneficial to them. So even if it doesn't come off like it's meant to be that way, the long-term impact of this energy through the end of the month is like life-changing. That's the message that I'm getting and feeling for your Cancer child. It births, bless you, bless you. I have a child who sneezed. It sets them up for something that is just so good. So congratulations, because I don't know what it is. Aries parents, you guys have the 2 of Swords. This feels more like you in your head about something that's going on with you. For some of you, this could be pertaining to your child and which direction to go, but this really does feel like your own energy. You were in your head, you were battling something, you're like, there's a struggle, there's a heaviness, or like an anxiety or something it has you in your head, and you're slightly distracted or not able to give your child the full attention through the end of the month. As we enter into the week of the 7th, it feels even worse. So maybe you're the one who has the Tower. Your child is impacted by the Tower, and your child is supporting you, because this feels like the divorce comes to me, some kind of betrayal or heartbreak by a romantic partner, and I feel it. Like, it just feels very like the wind gets taken out of your sails, and it caught you by surprise, or it just, you were leveled, and it hurts. But your child is there to support you. But like I said, the benefits of that Tower is going to produce like an outcome that really better serves everybody. So this, you dodged a bullet. Excuse me, I know it doesn't feel that way, but this will work out for your good in the end. Taurus Parents, you guys have the Nine of Pentacles. Something is setting you guys up for success. You are reaping the rewards. There's a benefit. So you could, I feel personally for you, this is about your finances. More money coming to you, a better job opportunity, a promotion, something like that. But it puts you in a position where you have more time, more energy, the ability to support your child. You're going to have more focus, more time, more energy to connect with your Cancer child. During the week of the 7th, some communication in reverse. So there's a delay. Something is not coming in fast enough. Maybe it's a start date. Maybe it's something tied to this promotion. So just have patience. I don't feel like an offer is being rescinded. That, you know, with some that could be possible, but it's okay because it wasn't for you. I feel like you will have pseudo things come up to distract you or take away, or like another offer or whatever, but that one isn't a good one. So stick with your original offer, and just realize that the communication pertaining to that is going to take a little bit longer for things to come to fruition. But yeah, I do feel like distracting false energy. So just be mindful of that. For Cancer, or not Cancer, we're going with Gemini. So Gemini Parents, you guys have the Page of Swords in reverse. I think you're observing, you're watching the situation, assessing it, keeping your mouth shut, just kind of observing, not being so quick to speak through the end of the month pertaining to whatever this Tower is. In the week of the 7th, you have peace. So I don't know what this is, but your child feels good about it. All is well. You feel good with the world being in the upright. So there's definitely peace and balance in the world. I feel like you get news, you gotta wait, and so that's why you're, you know, kind of halted. Words are halted, either your words or communication is halted, and you're just waiting. And then something comes, you know, to clear the air. You get the answers that you need. Your child gets the answers. And then by the end of, you know, this 2-week period, you are gravy. You are so good and at peace internally. Moving on to Cancer Parents, of Cancer children, the Two of Wands. There is an emotional heartbreak for you guys. A disappointment in a connection or a relationship, not necessarily romantic, but somebody, could be a family member or a friend, a trusted partner, somebody. I wouldn't say it's a betrayal, it's just a difference of opinion, and that is enough for you guys to say, yeah, maybe we should just part ways, and that's okay. It's not a bad thing. It hurts, but I feel like there's a dissension, you know, in your relationships. Something unaware, something comes to your awareness. There's a conversation that brings something to the awareness of both of you guys that, you know, there needs to be a separation or a change or an upset, or there's some kind of upset, but you guys will be okay. It doesn't feel big. It just feels like an acknowledgement that something needs to transition and change. And there's a sense of support, but it's very sudden. It catches your child off guard. But again, it doesn't feel like it's bad. It doesn't feel like it's going to have a negative long-term impact, because your child is good the next week. Your child is supported. Your child has made an assessment, or come to terms with whatever this is the following week. So for you, during the following week, you have the King of Swords. You're holding your ground. You're being very diplomatic with your words, very practical, even, I feel, but being able to just see things and assess clearly. You'll speak when you need to. You'll speak sharply when you need to, but it's like you're being very like cunning, calculated with everything and in your actions. I do feel a sense of guardedness. I do feel that you are level-headed. I do feel that you're like on top of your energy and not feeling like subdued or, you know, submerged in a situation. You're on high ground, if you can, you know, see. So you planted firmly, so you guys are fine. For Leo parents, you guys have the or not the illuminary, but the luminary in the reverse. So kind of feeling like deflated by whatever the situation is. It catches you off guard, but nothing to like totally throw you off. It's just a small energetic emotional setback. It doesn't feel huge. It doesn't feel heavy. It's just like, or a disappointment, or back to the drawing board for a situation that can easily just fix itself and go a different direction. No problem. During the week of the 7th, you have the Page of Wands in reverse. So it's like still kind of the same energy, but getting your bearings straight. Being very observant. You're not trusting people, rightfully so. You're being very careful about what you share and with whom. So I'm not sure what the situation is. I feel like your child will be supporting you, or at least encouraging you through that. But I do also feel like you are in your head ruminating over the situation. You like trying to find out like the solution. Why did this happen? You know, answering so many internal questions, and you will probably be spending a lot of energy at home, in the company of your child, and they will just somehow have the encouraging words to share with you to lift your spirits. Moving on to Virgo parents, you guys have the Three of Wands. What's over the horizon? Like new ideas, just thinking of the possibilities. I don't know what kind of situation that this tower sets up for you and your child, but it puts you in a headspace where, oh, now we have more options. And that excites you because you can be all analytical and, you know, figure out what's the best one for you guys. And it brings you, you know, not only joy to analyze, but I don't know, just the situation itself is exciting for you, whatever it is, as it pertains to your child. And through the week of the 7th, you have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I feel things are growing, but you're like holding back your energy. So same kind of element of the wands, but in the first, you know, through the end of this month, you're taking stock. The first week of May, you're really just kind of observing and taking your time to assess things before you make too many strategic moves. Moving on to Libra, you guys are coming out of the Four of Swords energy. You have your energy back. You know, by the time that this tower hits, like you were in this Four of Swords energy before this tower. Now that after this tower hits, you will have been out of that energy completely and kind of like in your own element. I don't know what it is, but it's like you're revitalized. As you move into the first week in May, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's like you were collaborating with your child on something. You guys are having a lot of emotional conversations, probably about the past, this past situation, the week, you know, stuff that happened in the week of the 30th, that may be coming to you as well. But heartfelt conversations is what I feel for you guys. Scorpio parents, the week of the 30th, you guys have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I see you holding on to your coins, like literally being very strategic about your budget. This tower may have something to do with your money. This tower also has to do with something in your past, or could have something to do with your past. Possibly. But it has you reevaluating where you put your money, your generosity. You're being very cognizant of your spending, so that you can like be set up in a different way, like be set up in a better way for the weeks to come. During the week of the 7th, yes, you have the 3 of Cups. So maybe you are, this Tower tells you, your family, that you guys have to wait on something. So you're redirecting your funds so that during the week of the 7th, you guys can maybe splurge or have more to celebrate something. It could be like an added expense, like your child, you know, gets awarded something. You got to redirect funds so that by the time that the deadline comes, because they're all exuberant and excited about it, that you can do that. But whatever your child is happy about the week of the 7th, you're happy. There's a very nice celebratory energy where you and your Cancer child are just partying and having a good time connecting together. Sagittarian parents of Cancer children, you guys have the Knight of Pentacles. You're bringing something tangible of support. Like you're building a structure to protect your child or to support your child, to encourage your child. This could have been an emotional setback or something that caught your child off guard, and you rush in like, no, like we totally got this. Here's what we can do. And you're coming up with innovative solutions, and it's great. The week of the 7th, you have the Death card in reverse. So there's some transformation. I'm not sure if you're having a conversation with your child and your child feels edified, like the Queen of Cups. I don't see your child really doing that pouring for you. I feel like there's some kind of transformation or transformative energy that you are initiating with this Death in reverse card. And it's like that pours into your Cancer child, where they really feel encouraged and strengthened to show up in a, authentic way. Capricorn parents, you guys have the 9 of Cups, awesome energy. You're using this situation to your family's advantage, supporting your child, letting your child know that everything's okay. This Tower will have very minimal effects. If it's something that poses to be negative, you guys are going to be fine. You're carrying that energy into the 7th with the Queen of Wands in the upright. So being very, matching your child's energy. Be careful that you're not too fiery, that you're not at odds with your child as they're pouring out a lot of emotions. That you're matching their energy, but you're not putting, you're not causing them to get upset, that they're not putting your fire out. So I say all that to say that there could be like some kind of small conflict, but overall, I see you guys working together. There could be like a conflict in you working together, and it's very small and something that can be overcome if it happens at all, if you don't, circumvent it. But with the Queen of Wands and also the Queen of Cups, you are just pushing that fiery, well, what about this? And this is great. And we could do this and all these different ideas and angles and solutions. That's kind of where you guys are for the week of the 7th. Moving on to Aquarius parents, you guys are releasing something. This Tower comes to you and it releases a burden. Thank God. I don't know what it is, but you are so glad. So it's like, aha, like there's some kind of like, it's striking news or something that benefits you, where you don't have to bear a weight or a load. It could have to do with a legal thing for you guys. I don't know, where you're no longer responsible for, paying for somebody else's stuff, like spousal support, or I don't know, but it pertains to the child. But whatever it is, you are just glad that you don't have to carry this burden anymore. And of course, it gives you the opportunity to spend more time with your child. And they're happy for it, because in the week of the 7th, you guys are letting down your guards. You're not as guarded. So I do feel that it's relational for you. I don't know what it is. It does feel like a spouse thing, like if you were divorced. It feels like a romantic thing. A family thing. It doesn't have to be, but whatever this situation has to do with the Tower, you are immediately impacted and a weight lifts off your shoulder. Your child is calm. Maybe there was a bully at school, but you don't have to fight as hard, and that's what you're excited about. And I know you're relieved about it. So whoever that is for, I'm so happy for you and congratulations on that outcome. Pisces parents, of Cancer children. There's a fight that you no longer have to fight with this Tower. You're excited about that as well as you move into the week of the 7th. You are running back to something. So if you had to move away from something with the Chariot, you're able to go back to the way that things were, and that brings you comfort. And I also see you being a homebody. The Chariot in reverse means there's no movement at all. So you're not keeping up at that same pace that you did before. And it just brings so much joy and happiness to your soul. And you're like, oh, finally, I can go back to being a hermit and hiding from the world again and just conserving my energy. So you are charging your battery. So thank you guys again for, tuning in. And yes, I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Take care.